Daniel, very good morning. Thanks for joining us via Skype this morning. It's a very strongly worded statement that you have issued. Earlier this morning, we were speaking here on ENCA. In fact, my colleague Xolim Gambi interviewed the Minister of Labour and Employment Relations, and I spoke to the provincial spokesperson of the police in Gauteng. Both of them say they don't have any evidence of xenophobia in this violence, but you disagree.
Yes, we really disagree. First of all, we want to say that the government is also complicit on the xenophobic attack. The same Minister of Police few days ago, he was saying that he gave the go-ahead to South Africans to defend the sovereignty of the country. That means to take the law in their own hands. And this is what is happening at the moment. People are taking law in their own hands to target foreigners. And this is purely xenophobia. And the fact that the government is in denial that this is xenophobia, they will never come up with a solution to address the current situation.
What do you say to the police's information that several of the shops that were attacked, including this morning or overnight, are belonging to South Africans?
No, that is completely lies. The shops which have been looted and burned are foreign-owned shops.
But how can you say it's a lie? On ENCA, we had Mr. van der Schyff, who has a shop on Jewel Street in Malvern that was looted as well, and he's a South African.
Okay. Out of 1,000, if you have one by mistake, that can happen. I can't deny that can happen. But most of the shops which have been looted are shops which belong to foreigners. And the attackers themselves, they are saying that they want to clean their cities and take out all the foreigners. They are not saying they are targeting South Africans. It's clear, the rooters themselves, they are saying that they are targeting foreign nationals.
Now, as Right2Know, I guess that's fair enough. I mean, most of the shops that have been targeted and attacked belong to African migrants. And you've said as long as the government denies or is in denial, the South African authorities are in denial that this could be xenophobia, they won't find solutions. So what do you want the government to do?
What we want the government to do, the first one is that they must agree with us that this is xenophobia, and then soon they agree, they will come up with a plan of combating xenophobia. We got a very good book, the National Action Plan for Combating Xenophobia, Racial Discrimination, and so on. The implementation of that document will assist to fight xenophobia. But if they're still in denial that there's no xenophobia, they will never implement the National Action Plan to combat xenophobia.
Now, you've said the state is complicit in undermining the rule of law, but some of the police, like we saw a few weeks ago in Johannesburg, they were raiding shops owned by African migrants because they were saying they were carrying fake goods. That balance of ensuring that there's rule of law, law and order, that whoever you are in South Africa, you must respect law and order. At the moment, it seems like there's a difficulty in enforcing it.
No, they've never been difficult because the police are not there to protect the people, are there for their own benefit. That's why that happened. And most of the places where people are looting, they are looting in open view of the police. The police are there. What is happening like today in Johannesburg is on the view of the police, few meters away from the police. So what we are saying is that the police are not doing what they're supposed to do.
Now, Daniel, very briefly, in your view as Right2Know, what can be done now to make African migrants feel safe again in these big cities?
One of all, we need the strong intervention of the police and the law enforcement to make sure that everyone who's involved in looting and xenophobic attack is arrested and face the might of the law. Not just arrest them and say the public violence and tomorrow they are released. Since 2008, no one ever been convinced of xenophobic attack. So we want the law enforcement to arrest people. People must be convinced and go behind bars, and that will send a key message to the people that no to xenophobia.
Thank you very much, Daniel Biamungu Dunia. He's the KwaZulu-Natal coordinator for NGO Right to Know.